A mysteriously effective protein extracted by a new research may keep skin youthful forever. In other words, it can make you young forever. According to scientists, this protein should encourage cell competition, which is a key process to maintain tissue fitness. The protein is prosaically named Col17A1. Damaged or stressed stem cells can be selectively eliminated by intact stem cells every day in our skin, said the research leader Emi Nishimura, who is a professor of stem cell biology at the Tokyo Medical and Dental University. The aging results in a depletion of this protein like familiar enemies of youthful skin such as UV radiation and other stress factors. Then, weaker cells replicate, leaving the skin thinner, more prone to damage and slower to heal. The research was published today in the journal Nature. It is based on investigations using mice tails that share many of the same characteristics as human skin. The research team decided to investigate whether they could stimulate the protein once it was depleted. They isolated two chemical compounds, Y27632 and apocynin. Then, they tested both on skin cells with positive results. The study said, application of these drugs to full-thickness skin wounds significantly promoted wound repair. These two compounds point to ways of facilitating skin regeneration and reducing skin aging, the study added. In a review of the study commissioned by Nature, two professors from the University of Colorado said cell competition had previously been studied extensively in fruit flies only. The research provides evidence that healthy cells in mammals can also efficiently repopulate adult tissues, replacing unfit or damaged cells, wrote Professors Gata Bilasova and James de Gregori. And they said the research offered proof of principle that the two chemical compounds could combat aging. They said, future studies are needed to determine the mechanisms of cell competition in other tissues, and to identify compounds capable of reversing aging in other organs. Nishimura told AFP the following. The work could eventually lead to products like creams or tablets that could stop skin deterioration and promote repair. We are going to collaborate with pharmaceutical or cosmetic companies for the clinical use of the chemicals. Additional research would investigate whether the same process might also be at work in other parts of the body that have so-called epithelial cells like skin does. We are working on other epithelial organs as well to find out whether similar competition may underlie long-term tissue maintenance as well as organ aging. Source: AFP, Tokyo. Thanks for watching.